And we've arrived suddenly. Oh no! Watch out for the rocks, Graham. Brace yourself, Cedric. Graham is always fantastic at exploding everything that he is inside of. He explodes boats and sleds. How he managed to do this, who knows? Oh dear, now what? Poor Graham's boat has been dashed to pieces against the jagged rocks of Mordack's island and is now completely useless. So have fun. All right, let's take a look. This looks like a fish. A dead fish lies on the rocky beach at the end of the stairs. Well, we're taking it. We took barrel fish, now we get dead random shore fish. Who knows why that's there? And, as usual, a good thing to do is save our game. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's head into this cave and see what will become of us. Now, this looks pretty daunting. I don't like this place. It's creepy. That's nice, Cedric. No one asked you to come along. Let's take a look at what we've got here. These look like two giant lizards. Two monstrous statues of grotesque, distorted serpents face each other across the narrow trail leading to Mordack's castle. And I guess they're statues, so they shouldn't be sentient. Nope, can't speak with them. What else do we have here? Can we look at this, what looks like a door, maybe? A bizarre castle, seeming to rise up out of the very rocks of this strange island like some sort of grotesque growth, beckons yet repels at the same time. Now, if we just walk on through here, we're going to get crispified. Check that out. We get turned straight into a skeleton. The eyes have it. Indeed they do. So let's reload. And instead, we're going to channel some of that energy with a lightning rod, which we conveniently have. We picked up that crystal, and that's going to come in handy. So the crystal shard feels smooth in Graham's hands, so let's use this. And this should help to protect us. There we go. Looks like we did away with those laser eyeballs, and we're no longer able to look at them, which might imply that we are safe. But who knows? Anyway, looks like we can get by now. And if we walk straight here, we fall to our death, as usual. Well, it looks like there's no way in. Let's turn back. Come on, Cedric. But guess what? We can go this way. Can go around back. All right, let's have a peek. Graham has found a stone platform on the west side of the castle. Strange castle indeed. Graham notices a rusted grate embedded into a stone platform of Mordack's castle. So I bet we can't lift this. Graham tugs hard on the grate, but soon finds it's rusted in place and can't be budged. Well, conveniently for us, we have an item. And I did not do that. Just went all on its own, but they're just arguing. And of course, Cedric is a big wiener who does not want to come with us. But we do have the iron bar, which can act as a crowbar for us. So let's use that to open up the grate. There we go. Now let's look at this entryway. The open grate in the stone platform invites Graham's entry. Now this is an excellent place to save our game. Now when I played through this recently, I had actually repressed this entire part of the game. Before us is a huge labyrinth that is unpleasant. Extremely unpleasant, and I'll explain why once we get down there. You're crazy to go down into that dark hole. You don't know what's down there. Indeed. Do you have any better ideas? No, mind if I wait for you here? Thanks for nothing, Cedric. That's a good idea. You be the lookout out here. Yes, I'll be the lookout. Be careful, Graham. So you're thinking that you're in for just a little adventure, right? But this place is actually enormous. And when I played through this recently, I had the pleasure of mapping it out. Unfortunately, there are a lot of one-way dead ends and only a very few paths that you can take to actually make any progress. So you can see on my map, I have two things that are written. I have a door in the bottom right corner, which is the second item on our agenda. And then we also have a beast over kind of toward the upper west part. So we're going to head to the beast first. Now, the most confusing thing about this is that the way that you're facing is the way that the arrow will point. So for example, if I head up here, I'm heading north. If I face down, I'm heading south. And that's if your map is oriented in the correct order, right? But as soon as I turn, and I'll just show you here, if I go left here, I'm traveling west, you'll see that my perspective changes. So now forward is west. And if I go back, I'm heading east, and this way is north, and this way is south. So it's extremely confusing the first time you come down here to map because your perspective is constantly changing every time you change directions. But it is possible to map. I highly recommend making a map, and I'm going to be using my map right now to make it through to the way that we should probably go. So right now we are actually facing east, and the grate should be right here. And we're going to face this way because this is how we initially came in. So I'm just going to show you guys the route that we're going to take on the map, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that. So first thing on our list is to head over to that beast. All right, here we go. And there it is. So let's look at what is before us here. A huge beast, sporting a funny-looking topknot bound in a crude hairpin, skulks in one dark corner of the labyrinth. We talk to him? Duh, dink, dink, duh, duh, dink. Okay, well, the solution here is a tambourine, like we use against all things that block our path. Let's give him some music to jam to. And he clearly enjoys that, steals our tambourine, and heads off in another direction entirely. So random, right? Like this game is a little strange that way from time to time. So Graham reaches down and grabs the hairpin off the labyrinth floor. Perfect. So now from here, we need to head essentially back the way that we came and then down into the bottom right corner of the map. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys when we get to that door. All right, so here's the door way down deep in the corner. There's a wooden door here. Perhaps it will lead into the castle. Well, perhaps. Let's see. Graham tries to open the wooden door, but to no avail. It's securely locked. Well, conveniently for us, as I'll say over and over and over again, we have an item that may very well work. No key, of course. Graham inserts the hairpin into the door's large keyhole and discovers, to his amazement, that it fits perfectly. How convenient. Turning it ever so gently, he soon hears a soft click, and this door is unlocked. Okay, very good place to save. Let's head on in. And we're suddenly inside Mordack's castle. A set of wide steps leads up from the labyrinth door to a pantry off the wizard's kitchen. A bag of dried peas in the corner of the shelves catches Graham's interest. Okay, let's see what's over here. Graham scans the various items lining the open shelves, but doesn't see anything of use. Okay, let's try grabbing. I guess this must be the sack. Thank goodness Graham didn't just go in that straight diagonal and fall down. Graham adds the bag of dried peas to his other items. Okay, let's go up here. Oh, a very nice, what appears to be a kitchen. A fire burns in the fireplace while something in the iron pot boils above it. Graham surveys the kitchen in Mordack's castle in disgust. It is an untidy mishmash of dirty pots, jars with unidentified contents, rags, and assorted junk. Graham can see nothing that interests him. Not even this madame? A lovely girl with long black hair, olive skin, and flashing green eyes cowers, frightened, in the corner of the kitchen. Though wearing rags, her beauty nevertheless shines through. All right, let's have a chat. Don't come near me. Leave me alone. I would never hurt you. I'd like to help you. I don't believe you. You're probably one of them. I'm not. Believe me. Just go away. Please. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay. So, as usual, the obscurity rings true. So we have a golden locket on a delicate chain, and we can give that to her. Guess and check, folks, it works. Wherever did you find my gold locket? I thought it was gone for good. I lost it on the island just after I was brought here by Mordack. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, because we found it in that nest in the middle of nowhere. Tell me, who are you, and how did you come to be here? My name is Princess Cassima, from the land of the Green Isles. My father, the king, employs a horrible vizier who befriended Mordack. When Mordack saw me, he immediately wished to marry me and bring me here. Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me. But our refusal angered him so much that he brought me here anyway and put me to work as the scullery girl. He says he will never let me go, that a scullery girl I will remain until I agree to marry him. But the thought revolts me. What am I to do? Don't worry. I'm here to save my family from the wizard. He's got them here imprisoned inside a glass bottle. I won't forget you if I manage to rescue them. I know the glass bottle you're talking about. It's in Mordack's laboratory upstairs. Keep quiet about my presence. I think this will be the most difficult part of my journey. I may not survive it. I would never give you away, and I will help you in any way I can, kind sir. All right, so this is, as usual, a good spot to save our game. Now, Mordack's Castle is, I'm just going to call this number 1, because I'm sure we'll be loading quite a bit. Mordack's Castle is a little bit problematic in the sense that there's a lot of randomness to it. So as soon as we head through this door, one of 3 things will happen. Either nothing will happen, or we'll see a black cat, who we know to be Mordack's brother, or we'll see some weird green alien that will attack us. In any case, the longer that you take walking around, there's always the potential that Mordack is going to appear and get you. So what I'm going to be doing is checking into this next room to see what's actually there. And if it's the cat, we have to leave immediately. Yeah, so see, there's the cat. I'll show you what happens. How did you get here? I've journeyed far over land and sea. Never mind, your journey is now over. Dun, dun, dun. And then there is our dear friend. Goodbye, King Graham of Daventry. And he uses some more skeleton magic. And we die. Poor Graham. Mordack shows no mercy. So the long story short here is that we need to keep a very large distance away from that cat. So if we see him, we need to come back and try to refresh the screen. Because if we leave right away, he disappears sometimes. Now, the other thing that we kind of want to run into right now is that weird alien thing that I was telling you about. Oh, the cat's there. Run away. Now, I don't know if the alien comes for you no matter where you are. Oh, there he is too. Yikes. Or if it's just this screen, like I've definitely been caught by him here. But it's kind of a weird thing where you got to wait a while. Look at that head up on the wall too that's following us around. So lots of RNG here to consider. So we do want the green alien to appear. See, Mordack's had enough of us wandering around. Let's let him zap us back to skeletal mode. Okay, try this again. So here's that weird alien I was talking about. Now there is a way to kill him, but we want to get captured right now. He scuttles away with us and throws us in the hole here, which is nice. And look at that, there's a mouse there. So let's look in the hole. Graham can see a small moldy piece of cheese just inside the mouse hole. Let's see if we can grab that. Graham finds that his hand is too large to reach very far into the mouse hole. Well, what better for catching cheese than a fish hook? Said no one ever, but it works in King's Quest V. There, got it. The fish hook did the trick of removing the piece of cheese from the mouse hole. Perfect. Oh, hello. Hello to you as well. What? Where did you come from? From the Labyrinth. I spend a lot of time down here, you know, with my friends. Which is never explained further. Friends? Yes, like Dink and Sam. I don't know if you ever saw Sam or not. Anyway, I found this loose stone once, and it led here, to this cell. Now come on, you'd better get out of here. I guess Dink was the monster that we ended up kind of playing the tambourine for. Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordack's castle. Okay, I don't think there's anything else for us to do, so let's take the wall and head on back into our exciting adventure. So now we get to follow Cassima back, which is nice. I was kind of scared the first time that they were going to make me find my way back, just plunking me back into the middle of this labyrinth, which is entirely confusing. I even got lost trying to find the door, even though I had the map. That's just the kind of game this is. Okay, actually, before we go back in, let's save again.